I used all of your $36,000 savings for mom's surgery.
What? What happened to your mother?
She's been diagnosed with terminal cancer. It's infuriating. She's only 60. There is no God.
That's worrisome, but what do you mean by my savings?
We need money for the treatment.
That may be true, but why would you use it without asking? How did you withdraw it?
I transferred it to my account through online banking.
The password is?
I found it in the box under your drawer.
You shouldn't take it without permission, right?
Are you weighing life against money?
I didn't say that, did I? You should have consulted me.
You, a money grubber, wouldn't nod unless I did this, would you?
What do you think of me?
I'm going to save my mom's life.
If that's the situation, I don't mind you using the money, but consult me in the future.
You still have your savings from when you were single because of my earnings, right? It's practically my money. Don't act so high and mighty.
What's with your tone? Isn't that too much?
I'm distressed because my mom's life is at stake. You just keep blaming me. Don't you have any compassion?
I'm sorry.
I grew up with just my mom after losing my dad. It's natural to want her to live long, right?
Yes, I want to visit your mother in the hospital too.
No.
Why not?
My mom knows that I used your money. What would she think if you, the person who provided the money, showed up in her room?
Well, maybe she would feel in debt.
No. She'll think you're there to collect and her condition will worsen.
I won't do that.
I'm already full of guilt for what I did to you. If you show up with a "I lent you $36,000 look on your face, it won't help her recovery.
But I think there are things that's easier to ask a woman to do, like bringing fresh clothes or doing laundry, and I want to be of help.
You've already done enough. Absolutely do not contact her, neither by text nor by phone.
Then let me prepare some gifts for her and you can bring them.
I can allow that.
I hope she gets better soon.
You're so carefree.
I didn't mean to be. I'm genuinely worried.
You, who still have both parents alive, wouldn't understand my feelings.
Daniel, don't stress yourself out too much, okay? I'll do anything I can to help.
Then take on more work.
Eh?
It looks like her treatment will take longer. You can never have too much money.
But I'm already working full-time.
You have nights, don't you? How about a job in the entertainment industry?
I've never done that before.
You just make drink and sit around doing nothing. Even an idiot could do that job.
I think it's a difficult job, you know.
Do it.
It might be a bit too much for me.
Oh, so you're not going to help. Let's get a divorce then.
Why does it come to that?
There's no point in being together if we can't help each other. If it were your parents who were sick, I'd work around the clock to pay for treatment.
All right, I'll look for job listings.
You can start immediately if it's just a trial, so go from today.
That's impossible on such short notice. I need some mental preparation.
I beg you. You are the only person I can rely on.
I understand, but...
I'll be at the hospital for a while, and I don't need meals. Contact me when you've made some money.
Okay. A job in the entertainment industry. I'm extremely introverted, and the last thing I want to do is customer service. I wonder if I can do this kind of night job. I'm Mia, 29 years old. I've been married to my husband for 3 years, but things haven't been going well lately. With his domineering attitude and volatile emotions, I've been feeling at my limit. But if this is due to his mother's illness, perhaps it was me who lacked understanding. Despite Daniel's strict prohibition, I was so worried about my mother-in-law that I sent her a message on text. However, it remains unread. Mustered up the courage to call, but the announcement that the number you have dialed is revealed that it was an unused number. Being avoided to the point of changing her number, I thought we had a good relationship. In hopes of reducing my husband's anxiety, I decided to try a shift at a cabaret club. Sorry, I went for a trial yesterday, but they told me they couldn't hire me.
What?
Perhaps because I was silent for too long, the customers lodged numerous complaints, and I was told to go home after only 2 hours.
What are you doing? Are you really that incompetent?
But I can't just start a high-energy conversation with a man I just met. It's impossible for me.
You get paid even for a trial shift, right? How much?
It was $36.
What? That's not even enough for a kid's allowance.
I'm good at programming, but this is a bit...
You're really useless.
It seems I'm not suited for this. I'll look for another part-time job.
Forget it. I thought this might happen, so I found something for you.
What?
They'll pick you up, so leave the door open.
I don't want to. It's scary.
It's okay. You're good at massage, aren't you?
I'm not especially good at it.
You don't have to talk when you're massaging, so you can do it.
Does that mean...
It's up to you to provide any extra services, but your hourly wage might increase.
No, I don't want to do something like that.
What's a cabaret club dropout doing, acting so high and mighty?
I chose my current job because I'm not good at interacting with people. There's no way someone who spends all day interacting with computers could work in a business that involves dealing with men.
You're just not trying. Break out of your shell.
I can't.
If you go, I get a referral fee.
Who are you dealing with? No matter how much money you need for my mother-in-law, you've lost your sense of judgment.
Stop the nagging. Do as I say.
No, I absolutely won't open the door.
Then I'll have to drag you out. I'll be back soon, so wait for me.
Stop it. The door is being pounded on. I'm scared. Help me.
The noise will stop if you open it.
I'll report you to the police.
See what happens if I get arrested. My mother will be left alone. Who will pay for the treatment? Do you intend to let her die?
That's not my intention, but I have to protect myself.
Everything is for my mother. Money is less important than life, so stop complaining.
This is going too far.
Where the hell did you go? Yesterday the house was locked, but no one was inside.
I jumped out and escaped. Just kidding. Someone helped me.
Who is it? A man?
Stop it. Just because you're cheating doesn't mean you have to suspect me too. I was scared by the loud knocking on the door and went out to the balcony, and the neighbor called out to me. When I briefly explained the situation, they told me to come over from the balcony.
Damn, you escaped to the neighbors?
We're close enough to share gifts from our parents and share with each other. You suddenly said not to have neighborhood interactions, so I kept quiet.
It's the one on the right, isn't it?
Yes, Mr. Wilson.
Hey, his wife should be in the hospital now. So does that mean her husband helped you?
That's right. But why do you know about his wife's hospitalization?
No. I met Wilson's husband in the elevator and he said something like that.
He said he hasn't told anyone, only their parents and I know.
Oh, maybe it was just my imagination. I might have seen him at my mother's hospital.
That's it. But I'm worried about your mother.
That's right. She's having surgery again and it's costing a fortune.
Oh, wait a second. There's someone who wants to talk to you.
Who? I'm busy taking care of my mother.
What are you doing? I didn't have surgery.
Who?
Your mother is in perfect health.
Mom?
Mia unusually called home last night. And when I talked to her, it turned out to be a huge mess.
Listen to this.
My phone was malfunctioning, so I asked you to fix it, but you unilaterally canceled it. We don't have Wi-Fi at home, so I can't use text, and I can't contact anyone, and I was in trouble.
I thought the smartphone, the electromagnetic waves are not good for you, so I canceled it for your health.
Nonsense! Who said I have cancer? Where am I terminal? It's your brain that's about to end, you idiot son!
There's a reason for this. I'll explain it properly.
I don't care about that. The fact is you lied. Instead of apologizing, you just make excuses. I don't remember raising such a son. It's really pathetic.
Mom,
I'll switch to Mia. Talking to you makes my fingers itch.
don't say that.
You're probably wondering how I found out, huh?
What's going on?
I got help from our neighbor, and while talking, I found out that his wife was hospitalized.
I see.
Apparently, there's been a man who is not her husband visiting her room frequently. It seems this came from a nurse's gossip.
Really?
That man was you, wasn't it?
That's impossible, right?
The husband was letting you hang around to gather evidence.
Did he know about this?
I had my suspicions too. You used to at least greet me, but suddenly you told me not to talk to you anymore. I sensed something was off.
I'm sorry, I've been having an affair with the wife next door.
So you admit it. You used my $36,000 on that woman.
What could I do? She doesn't have long to live. Her husband hesitates to provide her with the best medical care. I had no choice but to do something.
You've been deceived, haven't you?
Wait, what?
The neighbor's wife is only hospitalized for a simple stomach ulcer and hemorrhoid surgery.
That's not true. She has cancer, stage 4.
Even if that were true, she has substantial insurance, so the cost of treatment isn't an issue. While in the hospital, she got hooked on online casinos because she was bored. She spent all the household savings on it, and now she's broke.
Are you serious?
So she can find you, her affair partner. She must have thought that she could squeeze money out of you if she said she had terminal cancer.
That damn woman.
You loved her, didn't you? Is it okay for you to speak about her like that?
If it was just for money, it's a different story. Maybe the thrill of doing something dangerous between neighbors was fun.
But an affair is an affair. The video of you two getting intimate in the hospital bed, the husband is apparently going to share it with me as well.
Delete it immediately.
What? After having an affair, what's with that attitude?
You're suspicious too. You were together with the neighbor's husband late at night. We can guess what you were doing. You were having an affair too, weren't you?
Don't group me with a piece of trash like you.
I'm going to sue you too. It's no surprise that you're a suspect, going into a man's room.
There was another person there, so nothing happened like you're imagining.
Who was it?
It was my mother-in-law. I was so scared of being found and taken away that my legs were shaking and I couldn't walk. I called my mother-in-law's house and she came to pick me up right away. I slept at my parents' house. Is there a problem with that?
I thought you stayed overnight.
Actually, I've followed you before. I wanted to find my mother-in-law's hospital room.
What the hell are you doing?
Then it turned out to be the neighbor's wife's room. For a moment I thought, what? But I still believed somewhere that she's a neighbor. And you might have just stopped by while visiting my mother-in-law. I also thought I shouldn't tell her husband and make a big fuss. But everything was revealed yesterday and I feel relieved.
You're wrong. You know there's a difference between an affair and being serious, right?
You had an affair and you were serious, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't go into debt to support her.
Why did you?
You're a diligent Yakuza. While you came to kidnap me from our apartment, you dropped a leaflet in the mailbox that said you lend money.
Are they idiots?
So my mother-in-law called them. She asked what relationship they had with you.
You're lying.
You tried to make me do shady work to pay back the debt. That's terrible.
What can I do? The interest is mounting.
You borrowed $140,000.
I borrowed $36,000. The rest is interest. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. Do what you want. But you're definitely giving me back my $36,000.
Let's work hard together.
What?
Aren't a husband and wife supposed to support each other during tough times?
Who put me in a painful situation? I thought it was good and I became a hostess, but I was scolded for being useless. Do you know how hard it was?
I'm sorry, so let's start over.
Go away.
Don't say such a thing.
Pay me compensation and disappear.
Mia,
Even my mother-in-law says she's cutting ties with you. You can live your life being chased by the gangsters. Don't ever show your filthy face to us again.
I don't want that.
The woman next door was discharged from the hospital soon after, and when she returned home, her room was empty. Seeing the divorce papers and compensation claim on the table, she seemed to have realized everything. She was billed for $100,000 in compensation and misuse. And she's working at a cabaret club where I was turned out for an audition. She got the job. It's frustrating. Daniel borrowed money at a high interest rate again, paid me back my stolen savings and $57,000 in compensation, and submitted a letter of resignation to his company. And after that, he disappeared without a trace. A never-ending debt of nearly $220,000. I don't know much about that world, but I guess I'll never see him again in my life. I think my mother-in-law is sad about losing her son, but we occasionally go out to eat. I heard that the neighbor's husband started keeping a dog in his new apartment. There are hard times, but all you can do is move on. I'll keep looking forward and doing my best.